Okay, so here is what we are doing. If you guys have been here for a minute, you know that I have struggled with this closet. And in the words of Mr. Darcy, I have struggled in vain no longer. I think that's what he says. I don't know. Anyway, something like that. So, we are going to empty this entire thing out and use this shelf as a Lego display. I have several sets of Legos that I've put together over the years, and they're all in a box, and I would like to put them out. And even though I have limited space in this trailer, I'm tired of this, and this isn't working. I won't keep it clean for whatever reason. So we're done, and this is what I have to do when I don't take care of my stuff, is I'm gonna have to figure out another way. So what I've been working on, and you guys are gonna see this video out of sequence, is if you guys remember this closet. So this is in the video. Like I said, I've done everything out of sequence. The shelf is on the other side of this, and I would like to eventually have the shelf in here and not on that way, but that's not going to happen right now. I barely have time to mow my lawn, let alone like do some construction or whatever. So we're going to take some of the stuff like the bathroom supplies and put in here. And then I have shelves that you guys are going to see me take out of Jeremy's office at the double wide. I clean his office and take those out because it needed to be done. My bathroom's a mess. I thought about putting them right here. Oh no, this is where they're going to go. The two shelves that I'm taking from Jeremy's house are going right here. I would like them to go in that other closet, but when you see the shelves, you'll understand that it's just perfect right here. So that's what we're going to do in this video, is just kind of move everything around and then put the Legos up. So at this point, all projects in the house, like construction, all that, have to be put on hold. The floors are the only thing that we might get to this summer. We're just too busy. So right now I'm focusing on getting rid of clutter and cleaning stuff up. So I am going to declutter. We'll come back over here. I am going to be decluttering this as I go along. I've already decluttered it twice. And this is just ridiculous. So I'm not going to move all of this. We're going to get rid of quite a bit of it, is the plan anyway. All right, so like I said, several of these shots in here have been filmed already, and they were months ago. Not months ago, like a month ago. And then what I'm doing currently is going through this and then putting the shelves in there. So I'll explain all that as we go along. But all right, so we're going to get to moving the shelves first, so I have somewhere to put the clothes. And then after I move the shelves in there and start going through the clothes, we're going to sort through and get rid of some stuff. All right. Hey y'all, so like I said, this video is really out of sequence. The first thing that had to be done was Jeremy's office had to be cleared out because I had to get the shelves out of here. And that's what you see in the back with the little baby Grogu on it. So Jeremy's office used to be my office. Before that, it used to be my son Mason's room. Before that, it used to be my son Atticus's room. And before that, it was my daughter Haley's room. So his room has seen a lot. And most likely it's going to stay as the guest room / Jeremy's office. However, he doesn't want a lot of stuff in here, and most of this is just leftover things that have made their way back here that I just needed to sort through and kind of put up. And then when the tornado hit, a lot of stuff got put back here too, because it was one of the few parts of the house that wasn't like completely messed up. So I just went in here. I think it took me maybe a grand total of 30 minutes to go through all this stuff. And it was just kind of spread out so much that it looked like it was more than it actually was. I took a few things to my house, and then the rest we donated or put up, but there really wasn't a lot to put up. Jeremy and Michael had built these shelves for me a while ago, I think. Oh gosh, maybe a year or so. No, it was even longer than that. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. And then he made a couple for the boys. And I've got 4 at my house now. And they're cute little simple pine. I think the wood's pine. I don't know. I did not know I had all these shoes, you guys. I'm probably going to get rid of most of them. They all came from Shein in the thrift store. I don't get a chance to wear most of them, and I don't really even, to be honest, like I didn't even recognize most of them. It's pretty embarrassing to say. But I'm glad to say that I don't shoe shop like that anymore. So, well, I do buy a lot of shoes, but it's tennis shoes that I have to buy every 3 months because I'm on my feet on the concrete all the time. So, this bed I bought off Wayfair when I moved to the first trailer after I moved out of the double wide. And then Joe didn't want it over here at this trailer, so we moved it into Jeremy's guest room. When we do finally move back in together, I don't know what we're gonna do with half this stuff, and especially since most of the kids are, kind of starting to trickle out of the house. And yes, that was Jeremy grabbing my tushy because he was in there working, and that's why you don't see him up moving around. He was working on his desk at his desk doing some stuff. So. Oh, there's a lot of homeschool stuff in here too. That's most of what I donated. We don't homeschool anymore. Well, our kids that are two of our kids that are home, they do pen foster, so there's not a lot of interaction as far as like using these books and stuff. So I've been donating it to or giving it to a friend that's homeschooling. Sorry for my tone, y'all. I have not been drinking coffee when I get home in the evenings, and it just about this time of night, which you guys probably are watching this early in the morning or whatever. It's 7:30 on a Monday when I'm doing this. I just start to get really really sleepy. So that's just all that is. I get to be off 2 days this week in a row, which very rarely happens. So I'm going to enjoy that. Joe and I think are going to try and go swimming because we're right smack dab in the middle of a heat wave. And if you're wondering why I'm cleaning in a dress, I had therapy this day and I was off and I wanted to feel like a girl. So that's why I did that. I honestly clean better this way anyway. It's more comfortable. A lot of those posters and stuff, they were homeschool and that type of stuff. That's what that board is. So a lot of those things were just kind of donates we really don't have a use for. Jeremy doesn't either for his office. So same with these puzzles. I don't know what to do with them. I put them all together. Some of them I'm going to keep, like my seasonal ones, but I glued them all in there in the frames, and I'm just not feeling the style anymore. So I don't really know what to do. I mean, I guess I can donate them. I don't know. We'll see. So this room is actually the very first thing I cleaned on my very first video for YouTube. Oh my gosh, it took me like 3 days to edit it. I had never done anything like that before, but I was so tickled. I did the narration over like I don't know how many times. I was trying to get it perfect, and now I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh. But I'm so glad I started it. But it's crazy. That's been 3 years ago, maybe almost, yeah, 3 years, a little over three. So this floor in here needs to be removed. Actually, all the floor in the trailer, the double wide, is going to have to be replaced. But I think we're kind of waiting on, really just on the kids because we don't want to change it now. Jeremy's already put new flooring in a good portion of the house, so we're just kind of waiting. The bathroom here, the kids' bathroom, is going to have to be completely gutted. Our daughter is in love with hair dye, so pretty much this thing's been ruined. But on her behalf, it was really bad to begin with, and it had to be replaced from the time we moved in. We just didn't bother because we had kids, so it's functional. Okay, so this was on a 10-minute tidy up, and I was trying to clean out that little area so I could put the shelf in. The next set after this, or next scene after this, is going to be me and Joe putting the shelf together. I had bought one of these already and I put my shoes on it, but it had gotten lost or delivered to the wrong address, and Amazon replaced it, and they said to just keep the other shelf if it ever showed up. So I ended up with a free one. But that's what Joe and I did here. And then put it into the laundry room. But then I believe I'm gonna pop up in here somewhere and say a narration. Say a narration. give you guys, walk you through it. My goodness, my words are just all jumbled today. I am ready for bed. I don't have the link to the shelf anymore. It's just it's nothing special. I honestly don't really recommend it. I don't really not recommend it either. It's just, it is what it is. It's okay. I'm sure you can find anything like this on Amazon. Just real run of the mill. I apologize for the crappy lighting. I had to use Jeremy's work flashlight, and I guess it started going out in the middle, so that's why there's going to be some flickering. But my hall light leaves a lot to be desired. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm doing, these are my work clothes. Well, they're supposed to be my work clothes because I have to wear jeans or khakis or black pants and a black shirt. So I keep them together, and I'm throwing clothes over here that I don't wear to work. And then my ones I do wear to work, I'm gonna put in the bathroom. So the goal is going to be to kind of maybe pare it down or organize it a little bit. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to start with taking things out of here that don't belong and that go into the kitchen and into the cabinet. And then I'll work from there because I normally get irritated. I'm a little overwhelmed with this because I have pared this down from quite a big pile to this. So most of this is stuff that I had a hard time getting rid of the first couple times. And I have to confess, like, there's a lot of times when I watch people and they're like, I don't know where to start. And in my mind, I'm like, well, yeah, it's freaking easy. Just start with this. It's easy for me when it's not my stuff. And this is my stuff. So it's hard for me to know. So oh crap nuggets. I knew that was gonna happen. I looked at it. It's gonna be to get this crap out of here that doesn't belong. So that's what we'll start with. And then I'll figure out my next step. Okay, so hopefully this is just a break in the cleaning and I'm going to have it finished in this video, but I don't know. It's Sunday. I got my teeth back in. That's why I have a lisp again. But I'm gonna stop because I've got to work tomorrow and it's already 4:30 and I gotta be in bed at 7, so I've got a little bit of school stuff to do and I want to sit in there and build some Legos with Joe. But I am really happy with the progress that I made. The flashlight battery died and I can't see the bottom shelf. Well, I mean I can, but I wanted to film it, so it's a good stopping point. I put all the stuff in the hallway. That whole hallway floor is cleared up. I got everything that was in the shelf put up. Like I said, I can just show you guys. I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway, I just wanted to say it's a good stopping point. I worked all day today, so I'm pleased. I worked for about an hour on that stuff. And if you're new to my channel, I would recommend like going back to some of my older videos, like 2 years ago when I first started, and you can actually see the progress that I have made in downsizing and getting rid of stuff. I'm really proud of where I've come because it's progress, not perfection, right? And for me to get this much done in an hour, or this much stuff that's a noticeable difference in an hour, is really, really big for me, and I'm really proud. And I have been chipping away and I'm doing better. And the most important thing, and I say this on here all the time, is you can clean up a room, you can clean up an area that's been a struggle for you, you know, but if you don't change, if you don't make the effort to change something, it's going to go right back to where it is. And the biggest thing that is important in my house that I am working on is not bringing stuff back in. That is the only way that this is going to change and it's going to get better. And I have done really well to not bring stuff back in. I do still slip up from time to time and I'll go thrift store shopping and stuff, but I didn't show this on the video because it really wasn't that big. It wasn't a big thing. I mean, it wasn't like film worthy, but it was a big thing for me. I bought 2 coffee cups, I think, in the last month. So I got rid of 4 coffee cups. I had one that was broken. I had one that I liked how it looked, but it wasn't practical and I don't drink out of it and I don't love it. So anyway, I got rid of some stuff because more stuff came into the house. So more stuff left than came in. It didn't look like I threw a lot of stuff away from the pile that I just had, but if you've been here before and you saw when I moved into my last trailer, I had several boxes full of stuff and it was ridiculous how much I started out with. So for me to be down to just like 3 little small totes is huge, and I still threw stuff away from that. My jewelry box, though, that is an area I haven't gone through. I just don't know what it is about it. I just don't want to go through it. And most of it's just cheapy little crap that I can throw away that I got from Shein and Temu. Most of it's not important. There are a few little pieces in there that I have that I do want to keep. But I'm very proud of the progress I've made. So if you're new and you're like, that's really not a big deal, it is if you go back to the beginning. Well, when I started this channel. If we go all the way back to when I first moved out on my own, it's tremendous. I didn't even know how to mop the floor then. I didn't even know you're supposed to mop your floors all the time. It was that bad. But anyway, so I'm going to stop for the day. It's Sunday. And I'm going to do some school, like I said, and do some Lego stuff. And I'm going to show you guys the progress, or show you what I did do. So, yeah, but let me show you. Okay, now there's still stuff that I was sorting through. So that stuff's still there. That's a whole nother box. But I cleared everything off my bed. Most everything is off the floor. Well, that was on there. The battery died. Now I still need to go through that. And that's really mainly just some clothes and I think a couple drapes. All that's empty. Those were just towels up there, so all that's done. Okay, so ignore that because I still haven't gone through there. But let's look and see. See? Got on my toilet paper, my tissues, beach towels. Now, this is not aesthetically pleasing. I'm not even going to lie or tell you guys that I'm going to sit here and fold this. This is as neat as it's ever going to look. I'm going to have this shut most of the time, so it's not even going to matter. I'm not doing that. That's as neat as the folding's going to get. So enough that it's not going to be wrinkled and I can grab it, because it's just, that's realistic. To all of y'all that can do the little neat store folding and then can do the rolls, I think that's cute and that's amazing. And it would be awesome if I was that type of person, but I've accepted who I am, and this is as good as it's going to get. And I'm proud of myself. I think this is great. Got all my perfumes and body sprays, my jewelry box that is a mess, and my earring hanger. So I'm not even going to worry about that. This is great. The ADHD was about to get the better of me, and I almost sat down and started going through that box, and this is not the time for that. Absolutely not the time for that. And I had to sit back and be like, Erica, you're going to get aggravated, and you're not going to get anything done, and all these clothes are going to still be on the floor. So I just put it away. We'll save it for another day. But yeah, we got all this here, so I'm good. And I don't have anything to put on the bottom, and that's fine, because I'm not going to. Okay, I gotta find a new home for my trash can. This is empty too. I don't really have much to put on it, so it may stay. It'll stay for now. If not, well, then that's great. I am at that point where I used to feel the obligation to fill the shelves because I had the space, I needed to use it, and I don't. It's okay if those shelves stay empty. It's okay. So maybe I'll put something there as I go along, but right now we're just gonna leave it like it is. So I'm tickled. That's all the stuff that was on the bed, you guys. It's in there now. So I do need to sort through my shoes a little bit because I feel like I can get rid of some of them. I really don't wear half of them. But we're not going to focus on that. The main thing is I've done a lot today, and I'm pleased with it. So I don't know what the rest of this video will be, if I'm going to stop here or not. If I do stop here, I'll come on and give y'all another outro. All right, y'all. So this is the outro, and that was it. That is all I got done. Well, I say all, like I didn't do a lot. And I'm tickled. Absolutely tickled. I got all that stuff out from underneath. So what's gonna happen next is nothing. I put the Legos up. They kind of came apart a little bit, but that's all right. I just gotta fix them. But I'm gonna enjoy that all that stuff is up. My work clothes are semi-organized, and I don't care that those shelves are empty. Like, that's absolutely fine. And if they stay empty, the ones that have my shoes, I may just go ahead and get rid of the other one. I'm going to enjoy the empty, organized space. I don't know if it can be organized if it's empty, but y'all are smelling what I'm stepping in, right? I'm getting a little pooped. This heat is kicking my butt. And I got something on my glasses, dagnabbit. But I'm going to go in my room, and Harry and I are going to enjoy the air conditioning in there because it's much, much cooler because it's just a friggin' hot box in here. Hot box? I don't know what that is. I think that might be an old term that's not appropriate. Anyway, it's really hot in my trailer in the living room because of these curtains. I mean, because of these windows. I love the windows, but they're just not practical right now. I think we're at 98, 99 degrees. So, I'm going to go to my room, do some of my medical coding work, and finish editing this video, even though you guys are seeing it when it's already done. But next week's video will be at the Double Wide. I will have a vlog video for you guys on Saturday. Wish me luck. Jeremy bought me some sunless tanning mousse. I have never used it before. So I read I'm supposed to prep my skin with exfoliating scrub and all that. So I got some of that, and on my days off he's gonna help me with that. So that'll be interesting. So not the whole thing. There's obviously parts that I'm not going to put in, but that'll be on Saturday's vlog video. Jeremy and I are also having a date night tomorrow, so that's why I'm not doing any more work. I'm at a good point. Everything's put up. Everything's cleaned up. I do have a couple things to go through in my bedroom, but it's very minimal. It'll take me 5 minutes. It's not even worth filming. But I'm very proud of myself with what I accomplished, what I got rid of, and hopefully, I mean, this is going to have to work. It's ridiculous that that's how I have to function as an adult, but just like having a table when I first walk in, I can't have a surface. It does not matter what happens, I junk it up. So my Legos are in there, and I can't throw stuff on my Legos because I love my Legos. So we're not going to junk it up. It looks ridiculous. So we got rid of it. Now, that's what I've done to change things, and I'm not bringing as much stuff in, so I have less clothes. I don't know what I'm going to do about the shelves in the laundry room where I've folded all my work stuff and the towels and all that. Is that gonna stay neat? I hope so. I hope so. I don't know what else I can do to make that different besides not have that either. But I mean, I guess if that doesn't work, we'll take it out and I'll find a new way for myself to work. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope wherever you're at, you're having a blessed one. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.